Leeds United are unpredictable, always have been, always will be. We all know it's true. And I did recently say that making predictions about this club and the Championship was stupid, very stupid. I'm so sorry, Evie, because I've not told you what this video is about and what it's going to be. And can you remind me of what your middle name is, by the way?
Claire.
Because it's time to become clairvoyant. So, this video is going out the day after Leeds United play Sunderland, and I need to record a bunch of videos in advance. So, what do we expect to happen in Leeds United versus Sunderland? And we'll go back the day after, and we'll see how everything went. How confident are we feeling?
Well, I think it all depends how we play at Coventry. And considering right now we haven't played at Coventry, I have no idea. I'm going to say by that point.
How are we feeling for the video?
Oh, for the video? No. Just
no, not even a little bit.
No. I hate predictions videos just because I like to be rational, but I'm also one of these people that if we lose and I'm wearing a particular shirt, I won't wear that shirt for ages because like when we're playing, because I don't know it was that shirt or win, and I'm like, right, what did I do that day? Like I had a cup of coffee or I did this, and so yeah.
1 second. Had to cut there for a second because Dalek Evie took actual Evie's place. Was it that you were saying that you're a little bit superstitious? Are you moderately stitious? Are you unstitious?
Unstitious. I think that I'm moderately. I like to be rational, and I know that in reality, what I do at home is going to have no bearing on the game. But if I have a certain, do a certain thing, drink at a certain time, or I can't eat watching a Leeds game anyway because I get too nervous that I just can't stomach food. But if I eat before or eat after and we lost and I ate after, then the next time I have to eat before, kind of thing. So yeah, it's all really neurotic and I shouldn't do that. I'm old enough and wise enough to not do things like that. But it gives me an element of like control. Yeah.
So obviously, you're watching this after we've seen Leeds United versus Sunderland. We've not even seen the Coventry match. Evie, what did you think about the lineup that we picked last night? How did all that go?
Yeah, I was, really surprised to see, Cooper back in. It was interesting.
I thought pairing him with Charlie Crew in central midfield was a little bit weird, but
yeah, it was unique. But he did score a great header off it, so I'm all for that.
And the best bit, I've never seen someone score a header from their own half before, which it's incredible. The way that Junior Firpo threw him at the ball like a cricket bat was just...
Yeah, I mean, it did explain why he then went off injured, and really sad to see that that'll be Cooper's last game for us. But at least he went off in style.
Yeah, to be surgically rebuilt with Sonny Perkins' head installed. I don't know if that video's come out yet. We'll find out. I wanted this one to be a little bit of an informal natter, but you know what? It's fine. Scoreline, what are we thinking?
Scoreline. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. I think if... No, I'm going to change that. If Gruev is back playing, if we have the same back four that we did in the Hull game, yeah, the Hull game, and then we have
Would you actually play it right back?
I think I'd prefer Byram for the simple fact that I would prefer Gray in midfield, because at some point a midfielder is going to have to score this season. And out of the midfielders that we have had, Gray, out of the four of them, is obviously I know he had his goal taken off him and, it was put down as an own goal, but he took a shot. It went in the back of the net.
And that's something. That'll
exactly.
Wasn't he playing at left back at that point?
Yeah, he was playing at left back, but what I mean is he was high up the pitch. At that point, we basically had like Rodon and Meslier back because everybody was just shoving forward and piling on the pressure on Leicester. But I would love to see a more complementary midfield. Kamara and Gray don't complement each other very well because they're too similar. And I would like to see Gruev and Gray in the midfield. I would really like to see that because we've only seen that, I think, in the Cup. I don't think we've seen Gruev and Gray play. Obviously, I know they have when Kamara's gone off and Connor Roberts has gone to right back and then Gray has gone into midfield. But I don't think, other than Cup matches, we've seen that pairing in the middle. Or at least we've only seen it once if we have seen it in a league game. So yeah, I think if Gruev and Gray start together with the same backline against Hull, then I think, and we're at home as well, so we've got the home advantage. Sunderland are going to be safe. You know, they've got nothing either way to play for. They will probably play fairly defensive because they just won't want it to be a cricket score. They won't want it to be like Blackburn type of thing. So, yeah, we're at home. Gruev and Gray in the midfield. 2-0.
I'll take that. Or I took that. I don't know.
I will take that.
Also, it's quite sad to hear that Ampadu and Kamara don't complement each other. I thought they would have been quite good friends and nice to each other. But will we have had any cards, any red cards, anything interesting going on in the match? I think Sunderland might be in a spot where they get a little bit frustrated because they have been in this sort of like constantly stalling position for a while, and I can feel something sort of brewing a little bit.
Yeah, I think Firpo gets his standard yellow. I thought that he played the other day the other week
in the Coventry match.
In the whole game. I thought he played really well on his yellow card. I thought it was fantastic. It was probably his best defensive game for us. And obviously he followed that through into the Coventry match, and you know, it was really nice to see him get man of the match for a goal, assist, and obviously the goal line clearance as well.
And it was weird that he got the goal line clearance with his hand and the referee didn't see it somehow. But he still got credited for the man of the match with it.
Exactly. We have to accept these things. Thank God for no VAR. Yeah, I think that he will get a yellow. I can see Gruev getting a yellow because he also likes a good yellow card challenge. As long as it's fairly late on in the game, I don't see either one of them being a problem. I can see Somerville getting a card because, you know, he's rolling and dicing the cards up at the minute in terms of silly yellows. Everybody's entitled to celebrate, and I think it's stupid that you get a yellow card for taking your shirt off. As long as you're wearing something underneath, fine. You know,
I think the argument for it is like, I can't remember what was happening at the time, but you'd have players with like political messages underneath, and it's like, if you get a player that's got the wrong political message, it gets a little bit dicey because Sky Sports obviously don't want to be like a pro-neo-Nazi or something weird like that. But who knows? I think that's why it came in anyway.
I never saw neo-Nazis being brought up in this conversation.
Well, at least you didn't sign Wayne Hennessy. Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
We can't sign him either. He's been missing for about 2,000 years.
Yeah. He was the Welsh goalkeeper, wasn't he?
What? Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, there's another Hennessy.
Yeah, that's the one I mean.
Yeah.
She said Jesus Christ, and I was like, he's been missing for 2,000 years. And you were like, oh, the Welsh guy.
Hey, we don't know if he was Welsh or not. They get everywhere.
And then Israeli or Palestinian. I don't want to get into that one either.
Welsh get everywhere.
Okay.
Right.
God was a Welshman, he's half Welsh.
Everybody's half Welsh in our team. I can't even remember what we were saying before we went on to neo-Nazis.
Taking off your shirt, Somerville gets booked lots.
Oh yeah, because he's on 8 bookings.
7.
Seven. So no, but obviously he got one in the Coventry one as well.
He did as well.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about what he did in that match.
No, it was deeply offensive, and we are sorry to all midgets out there.
As 5'0" yourself, you can't apologise.
5'2.5".
That wasn't a bad guess, though.
No, it wasn't a bad guess. So Somerville's yellow card tendency. I don't think anybody will be stupid enough to get a red card. I think we've got that stupidity out of our heads with Melier and Rodon earlier on in the season. I think
a bit harsh on Rodon, considering it was for 2 not yellow card challenges.
Yeah,
Melier was an idiot. But
Melier was an idiot, but yeah.
But then he scored that bicycle kick against Coventry, so we can't really blame him for it.
Yeah, and the fact that Melier and Rodon both got a bicycle kick each was just...
What's the score against Coventry?
I don't know, clearly about 7-0. But yeah, Sunderland, back to Sunderland. I think they're going to be a wounded animal. I think you're right. They will probably be quite vicious. They were nasty when we went away, and that was when they weren't so shit as well. You know, obviously they won 1-0, and they were just, considering they were the home team as well, they just played so defensively. And we were still at the point where we hadn't swapped Pirro and Rutter around, so we didn't have that much creativity to get around the super low block that they played. But the thing is will they have Jack Clark back by then?
We'll say yes, because my next section is Jack Clark. What has he done? Anything at all?
Yeah, there we go. I think it depends on him, really. Although I wasn't that impressed with him.
It's very weird to say how, as in like a predictions thing, how that footballer did is completely dependent on what that footballer does. It's like, yeah, that's what?
No, I wasn't that impressed with him in the reverse fixture. He did a lot of running around. He was essentially just Dan James, and I got quite a few people telling me off for saying that. But he was Dan James of like 2 seasons ago, where all he did was run around. He didn't actually do an awful lot in that specific game. I'm not discounting what he's done or discrediting what he's done in the rest of the season. But even if he is back, is he going to be match fit? You know, we've seen with our own players when they're out for a lengthy period of time, it takes a while. Just because you're physically fit, you might not be mentally or match fit. And we are coming into our stride at that point. So I think, and now that, you know, Firpo and Byram are just defensive geniuses and will be able to nullify anybody and everybody.
What do you mean now? Firpo's always been that. I can't hold that one together. I can't do it. Dick Ray.
Don't do that. You'll kill me off.
Right. Anyway, what's the narrative coming out of the Sunderland match? What are Leeds fans saying? Are we still on Mateo Joseph needs to start? Are we talking about how, I don't even know, because I know we've discussed that 7 players have scored bicycle kicks and Liam Cooper's a cricket bat. But where are we at right now?
I don't think the Mateo Joseph one will ever really go away this season. I think it's going to be the, you know, like during transfer windows, there's certain players that we always get linked to every single season kind of thing. Right, and then, you know, and then like the Phillips one this season, you know, it's because it's an easy thing. I think the Mateo Joseph Bamford argument is just a very easy argument. It goes quiet when Bamford does well. It, you know, gets louder when Bamford is poor. And I could see more of the argument for Mateo Joseph had he not been injured in pre-season. the reason why Archie starts and Mateo Joseph doesn't start is because Archie's had an entire season, so he can cope with the pressure because he's had an entire season to build, to get used to it, to be in the game. It's the same reason why Farke, stuck up for Cree not letting Pirro take the penalty. You have to be warm in the game in order to be the best possible player you can be. So I think if you throw Mateo Joseph on now when we've got 6 games left and everything is so close, we could go to the very top or we could be 4th by the end of the season. The margins are so close that putting that sort of pressure on a 19-year-old.
I'm just going to quickly sort by age on FB Ref. 20.
20. So putting him under such pressure at that age when he's played very minimal amount of minutes, I think is cruel. But I do think that he should be coming on earlier because I do think he can do it for longer than just 20 minutes. I really, really do. And as well, people keep on saying about, if Mateo Joseph misses that chance that Bamford missed and then misses another chance later, he loses his confidence. I don't think he does. Rutter hasn't lost his confidence and he misses all the time. So I think that there's the arrogance that comes with youth, I think can be used in a positive way for Mateo Joseph. Yeah. But I still think that Bamford should start because he can also take the bullying from the centre-backs without getting yellow carded. Mateo Joseph can bully defenders, but he doesn't do it well enough to not get carded right now.
Because that arrogance has sort of come across in, okay, I'll just hit you then, which is a more visible way of like a gentle step on the toes or something weird like that.
Exactly, and Bamford will know the right things to say, as well in terms of, little comments that all footballers will make to one another. There's often mother and sister, girlfriend things that footballers say at one another just to get under the skin.
For a moment you threw me then. I was just imagining Bamford going in Trey Hume's ear like, I'll see you later. It's like, no. Pat, no. Think of Michaela.
I just meant the insults of the fact that footballers will insult each other, and he will know how to do that subtly. He'll know how to just leave a little bit on a person without making it super obvious. Mateo's enthusiasm sometimes comes across, and don't get me wrong, I love the fact that he doesn't care and he'll go up against a 34-year-old bloke and not give a damn. But you have to do it a little bit more subtle if you are on for a full 90 minutes. He couldn't come on like he does in the last 20 minutes and get away with that. He'd be sent off. And it's not often that you have a number 9 sent off. They're one of the few players that probably get the least amount of red cards throughout a career.
Yeah. They'll get plenty of bookings for just general shithousing, but once you're on that booking as a forward, you just know, okay, so I won't kick him next time. Whereas a centre-back can't do that because they still need to make those challenges.
Exactly. So I think that until Bamford has an absolute stinker, he will start. And also Farke has been very loyal to everybody that he's played. And he's shown that he will make those hard choices like he did with Cooper. That's a really big call to do, 2/3 of the way through a game kind of thing. That's a really big call he wasn't just the captain, he's the club captain. He's the longest member, team member on the pitch, and you've taken him off kind of thing. And it's because he's playing poorly. It's not because he's tired, it's because he's playing poorly. So he has shown that he can make those decisions, but he has also brought the best Bamford that we've seen for 2 seasons. So I also think that he will repay that loyalty. And he will also, when you're sat at home, you only see what the cameras show you. Yeah. Whereas when you're at the match, you see all the movements and that's why I think the Ellen Road crowd don't often get on his back because they can see the whole picture. Whereas when you're at home, you only see the myths. You don't see all the movement. And I know that a lot of people have said he wasn't moving as normal during the whole game, but I still think he will offer us enough at the Sunderland game to keep his, yeah. And obviously after the hat trick last week at Coventry, it's hard to say any different.
Honestly, 12-0 is incredible. I don't know how we managed it.
No idea.
I'm very glad that you changed the subject there because I was going to make a joke that I'm glad I didn't. Anyway, hello.
Oh, she's got such a cute meow.
Anyway, do we have any other predictions/reflections on what happened during the match?
Now, are we predicting it or are we reflecting on it? Which are we doing?
We're predicting our reflections, obviously. We'll go with reflections.
Okay. So it's gone from a prediction on Sunderland to now a reflection on Sunderland.
Yep. Yes, it
okay.
has. Yep.
Well, on the game that we have not / will have already played, I thought that we were impressive. It was the performance we've needed, for a long time. Obviously, we only won 12-0 last week. So the fact that we did a home performance and we managed to just scrape by a 2-0 was disappointing, but the performance was probably better than at Coventry.
I'm glad. Sorry, the cat is currently scratching her face on the microphone, which is cute but distracting. Hello. Okay. And I've just realised
cute.
no one can see anything, and you still can't see her. Yep. Away you go. See you later.
You just look like you've slightly lost your mind there.
That's what this entire video has been. At what point in Patrick Bamford seducing Trey Hume did you realise that this video has sort of gone a little bit wild?
Okay.
Liam Cooper wasn't the longest member on that pitch. Ha! I got it in. Oh god.
Chaos.
Yeah. Any other comments or?
I thought that the ref was shit as always. I think that's actually quite an easy prediction / reflection that we could possibly make. So yeah, I think that the ref was shit. I think the linesman needed a white stick, and the fact that the commentators said such shocking things about us was not to be. We expect it by now. Everybody hates us. It's quite blatant.
I also think it was shocking, something I've never seen before, that the goalkeeper was time wasting by passing the ball from one end of his 6-yard box to the other, and the referee didn't book him. I could never have seen that one coming. No,
it's not like it's happened repeatedly throughout the course of the season, and yet whenever Melier has done the same, he always ends up on a booking.
I might. No, that's a lot of effort. Let's not make that video. Hello again. Anyway, gonna leave that one there. Let us know in the comments how our predictions of the past, the present, and the future have gone. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Subscribe if you aren't yet. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Even become a channel member. We'll have more little bits of weird madness like this coming soon. I've got cat hair in my nose, so this is a distraction, and I will see you later. I don't want to sneeze.
Do it. It can be your next version of Testy.
Okay, we're good. No, we're not.
You can power through.
I'll power through. See you later.